Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, the 24th of June 2022, and I am going to talk to you about my petition to save London Bus Route 72, which currently runs between the Hammersmith Bridge and the East Acton. No, I'm not excited just because I got a negative test for COVID. I went out yesterday. So the way this is going to work is that I will put the link to the petition in the chat. In the chat right here. There you go. I will also pin that. And it won't just be about the 72, it will be about some of the other. Hang on. Is it still there? I hope it is. Yeah, let me just unpin and then pin it again. So it'll be about some of the other changes that are happening as well, including the withdrawal of certain routes. Let me just get them up. Give me a second. Right, so I have them all here. I'm gonna just have it separately in a separate tab so I can tell you. Right, so the 3 will change, and that will get rerouted at Lambeth Bridge, serve and terminate at Victoria. C3 would no longer run. That currently runs between Earls Court Tesco and Clapham Junction. That would get replaced by the 27, which would run between Chalk Farm and Clapham Junction, and then it would also become 24-hour again, because at the moment it's a daily service, and the 27 replaces it. It doesn't replace it, sorry, because the N27 starts at Hammersmith bus station. D3 would have a route change. That would get rerouted at West Ferry Circus to serve Cross Harbour Asda. The 4 would no longer run. It would get replaced by sections of the 56, the 236 and the 476. The 6 would get rerouted to run it between Willesden Bus Garage and Oxford Street to terminate at Holborn Red Lion Square, where the current 98 terminates. This would get replaced by, this current section would get replaced by the 23, which at the moment serves Hammersmith and Westbourne Park when going down Hyde Park Corner to then go to Knightsbridge to then terminate at, as I say, Hammersmith, to then physically finish at Hammersmith, and then the 6th actually at the moment goes via Green Park, and the 23 go via Green Park after Marble Arch to then go to Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, and then Aldwych. There she goes. So that's basically the 6 and 23 change. 23 I'm actually happy about because the 23, 7 Aldwych again, perfect. It won't go down Oxford Street, but the 6 would go down Oxford Street, and we've got quite a bit of buses that do go down Oxford Street, and also the 94 that would continue to do what it does now anyway. The D7 would no longer run. The D8 will get rerouted towards Cross Harbour to run via Stratford High Street and Hancock Road. The C10 would have a route change to go down Elephant and Castle, reroute between Elephant and Castle and Lambeth Palace Road. Now I'm just gonna check the chat if there's any chat business going on. Doesn't look like it. The 11 would no longer run. Would get journey links retained with proposed routes 26, 211 and 507. The N11 would no longer run. Retain journey links with proposed changes to the N26 and the route N507. The 12 would no longer run. Proposed changes to the 148, which does include it getting withdrawn between White City and Shepherd's Bush, so only slightly, and then also in the Camberwell Green area, and it would get rerouted at Camberwell to divert and follow the 12 to Dulwich Library. So the journey links for the 12 will get replaced by the 148, the N53 or the 453. The 14 would no longer run. Replace journey links with proposed routes to the changes to the 19 and the 414. Also partially replaced by the proposed new route N414, sorry, between Putney Heath and Tottenham Court Road. Now the N414 would basically, I think, I'll get into that in a bit, but I think that would operate between Putney Heath and Marble Arch. 15 and the N15 would get rerouted slightly via Aldgate bus station instead of via Mansell Street. 16 would no longer run. Get links between. It would get links. Hello, London bus enthusiast. Glad I wasn't talking to myself. So the N60, the 16, sorry, get replaced by the 32, the 98, the 189, and the 316. The N16 will get replaced, so that will no longer run fully. Will get replaced by proposed new route N32 between Edgware Road and Oxford Circus, and the interchange with the N98 and the N32. We'll get into the night buses in a bit. The 19 will get a route change. It will get rerouted via South Kensington, no longer serving Sloane Square. And it will go down Knightsbridge and King's Road. The N19 would have a route change, presumably the same as the 19, but I'm not sure. Replace journey links via interchange with the 22 and the N22. Here it is. The 23 would get extended from Hyde Park Corner to Aldwych. Yes, I did. Some changes, I'll admit, aren't great. I'll get into my views after I've run through the whole changes. The 23 no longer run between, will no longer serve Hammersmith bus station. As I say, extended from Piccadilly, extended from Hyde Park Corner to Aldwych via Piccadilly. Proposed route would partially replace the 24-hour 6 if it were to no longer run. The 24, which is the oldest serving bus route unchanged, running between Hampstead Heath, and Pimlico via Victoria. They're saying it would no longer run. TfL, why? They propose to maintain the journey links with proposal changes to parts of route 24. Parts of routes 88 and 214. The 26 would have a route change at Aldwych that rerouted to serve Victoria instead of Waterloo. The N26 get extended from Trafalgar Square to Victoria to partly replace the N11 if it were to no longer run. I'll get into the 168 and the one change after I've done this and after I've said my views. 27, as I said earlier, will get restructured to run between High Street, Kensington, and Clapham Junction, but then it would also serve Chalk Farm as normal. It would get converted into a 24-hour service. The N27 would, no longer run. The N27 will no longer run as it would become the 27. It would also get restructured to run between Chalk Farm and Clapham Junction via Imperial Wharf. The 31 would no longer run, replaced with journey links on the 113 and 189. The N31 will no longer run. Alternative travel is available on routes N28 and then eventually the 27 when it goes to Clapham Junction, and the N19 as well. The N32 would be a new route, and it would run between Edgware and Oxford Circus, replacing the N16 partially if it were to no longer run. The 43 would get rerouted at Moorgate and get extended to Liverpool Street Station, and it would no longer serve London Bridge. The 45 no longer run. Road changes to the 59 would replace it. The 47 will get rerouted between Newquay Road and London Bridge Station. It would no longer serve stops between London Bridge and Shoreditch. Did I just say the 43? What did I say? Let me see. Oh yeah, the 43 would get rerouted at Moorgate and extended to Liverpool Street Station. It would no longer serve London Bridge. The only downside is the London Bridge part. The reroute. Let me see the current route. Hang on. If I go on to TfL and I go to the 43, let me see. Oh, Friar Barnet. It serves Friar Barnet as well. Oh goodness. Right. So yeah, it goes Moorgate Station, Bank Station, Princess Street, King William Street Monument Station, and then London Bridge. Yeah, I can see why that's a problem. I mean, it's not. Oh goodness, my ears are itchy. It's not getting replaced with locks at Moorgate. It's literally just terminating at Liverpool Street. But yeah, I can see why some frustration is there. Right. The 56. The 56 would have a route change. It would get rerouted at St Paul's to terminate at Blackfriars Station of St Bart's. Well, I mean, barely anyone uses it between St Paul's and St Bart's because, I mean, it's only one stop between. Yes, please save the 72. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it in a minute. I'm gonna get that into that in a minute. Right, hang on, sorry about this. Right, hang on. So people are jumping to the 72. Let me do the whole route first, and then I'll get into the 72 because the 72 is why I'm here. Thank you, 72, for serving Barnes and Roehampton. Yes, definitely save the 11. Thank you very much. Glad someone's plugging on. Right. So, yeah, so as I was saying, I mean, St. Paul's, they're saying the 56 should get rerouted to terminate at Blackfriars instead of St. Bart's. Now, ideally that's a good change, but then I don't know how far it is actually from St. Paul's to Blackfriars. But yeah. Interesting. The 59 would get rerouted to operate between St. Paul's and Clapham Park. No longer serve stops between Euston and Holborn Station, and instead extending via High Holborn instead. Oh no. 72 no longer run. What are you doing, TfL? Right, that would get the 72 would get fully withdrawn. Replaced by the 49 between East Acton and White City, 283 Hammersmith Bus Station, Hammersmith Bridge, 272 Shepherd's Bush to Hammersmith. The N72 would no longer run. Key journey links, blah 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 blah, with the N7, 220, N33, 85. Also proposed new route N430. That's meant to say N430, but it says 430. The 74 would no longer run. Reroute the 430 between Lily Road and South Kensington Key journey connections retained with routes 430 and 414. The N74 would no longer run with new journey times. New route N430. The 77 would terminate at Waterloo Station up Taxi Road and through Concert Hall Approach. Concert Hall Approach is Waterloo, where the old RV1 used to go. Don't know if anyone knows where that was, but I do because I went on it. The 78, how many bus routes are there? Yeah, there are quite a lot of bus routes. This has been going on for 21 minutes. Hello? That's a new world record. No, I'm joking, it's not. Right, so the 77 isn't a big change, but 78 would no longer run. Key journey times links would get maintained with proposal to extend the 388 from London Bridge to Peckham. The 88 would get restructured to run between Hampstead Heath and Clapham Common. It would also get rerouted between Trafalgar Square and Hampstead Heath via Charing Cross and Camden Town. The 98 would get rerouted between Willesden and Victoria, no longer serving stops between Marble Arch and Holborn Redland Square. That's why the 6 would get rerouted to Holborn Redland Square. The N98 get rerouted between Marble Arch and Oxford Circus via Park Lane to terminate at Victoria instead of at Holborn. The 188 would additionally serve stops between Shadwell and Bethnal Green. Oi! 211. London Transport 211. Don't you dare say the 72 is useless. I mean, it is. Okay? I heard it. You got me to say it. It's useless. 72 is useless. You got me to say it. Well done. But no, I'll get into that in a minute. The 113 would get rerouted between Edgware Bus Station and White City, no longer serving stops between Swiss Cottage and Marble Arch. The 113 would get rerouted at Monument to run via King William Street and Cheapside to St Bart's Hospital instead of at Liverpool Street. The M133 would, that would be the exact same thing as well. 135 will get extended from Aldgate East to Homerton Hospital, no longer serving Aldgate and Old Street. 135 would also get rerouted between West Ferry and Cross Harbour via West Ferry Road and East Ferry Road. I'm just saying. Half of these routes don't apply to me. I don't know what I'm doing. The M135 would be a new route between Homerton Hospital and Tottenham Court Road. The 148 would get restructured to run between Shepherd's Bush Green and extending to Dulwich Library, no longer serving Denmark Hill and Camberwell or White City. Extending to Dulwich Library will replace the 12 if it were to no longer run. The 171 would terminate at Elephant and Castle Newington Causeway instead of at St George's Road, London Road. The 189 will get rerouted to operate between Beltsize Road. It's currently a 24-hour route. A 24-hour route. There will be a minor adjustment to rename the nighttime element of the route to the N189. There will be no change to the route. Okay, the 205. I'm not happy with this one. The 205 will get restructured to run between Parliament Hill Fields and Mile End. Bear in mind, this would mean no longer serving. This would also mean no longer serving Paddington for the 205 and N205. The N205 will get rerouted between King's Cross and Paddington via Pancras Road and Kentish Town Road to terminate at Parliament Hill Fields. The 211 get rerouted at Chelsea Bridge towards Battersea Power Station instead of Waterloo. The 214 will get restructured to run between Highgate Village and Pimlico instead of Moorgate and Highgate Village. 214 would also get rerouted between Camden Town and Finsbury Park via Regent Street, Victoria, to terminate at Pimlico. The 236 would reroute to terminate at Homerton Hospital instead of Hackney Wick. The 242 no longer run. Changes would be made to the 135. The N242 no longer run. Proposed new route M135 would directly replace the service. 234 would get restructured to Aldgate and Finsbury Park only. No longer serve Finsbury Park and Holloway and Nag's Head. 259 would get restructured to operate between Ponders End and Holloway Nag's Head. It would also no longer serve King's Cross and Holloway Nag's Head. 272 would get extended Shepherd's Bush to Hammersmith. 277 would get rerouted from West Ferry Road to extend to Poplar. 279 would get restructured to operate between Waltham Cross Station and Stamford Hill. No longer serve stops between Seven Sisters and Manor House. The 283 would get extended from Hammersmith Bus Station to Hammersmith Bridge North Side. The 328 would get rerouted from High Street Ken to Hammersmith Bus Station. The 343 would get rerouted to operate between Tower Gateway and New Cross. That is actually good because I do wonder what, the RV1 with that change gone, I do wonder what would happen, but this seems to be a good one. It would no longer serve Tower Gateway and Aldgate. Nearly there, people, nearly there. The 349 would maintain journey connections via proposed restructured 279. It would no longer run. 388 would get extended from London Bridge to operate between Stratford City Station and Peckham. The 414 would get extended from Putney Bridge Station to Putney Heath Green Man. The M414 would be a new route between Putney Heath and Tottenham Court Road via Putney, South Camden, Green Park and Piccadilly. The 414 would get rerouted between West Brompton and South Ken via Elscourt Road and Cromwell Road. The M430 would be a new route between Marble Arch and Roehampton, Danbury Avenue, I think. Definitely Roehampton. Via Kensington, Elscourt, Fulham and Putney. 476 would get restructured to serve stops between Stoke Newington and King's Cross only. The 507 would get rerouted across Westminster Bridge to Victoria, then extend to Fulham Broadway. The N507 would be a new route between Ealing and Trafalgar Square, a partial replacement of the N11 if it were to no longer run. 521 would no longer run. Alternative travel would be made for the 59, 17 and 133. Now that's it. Now that's all the changes. Now, please, I'm gonna just I'm just gonna say, please can people who are watching, like, leave your views, leave whatever. But yeah. Please can I have that's nice. You've left a like. Please can I have your views? Right, so basically, so as I say, half of these changes don't affect me, but definitely my views are here's the thing. I'm gonna just I'm gonna be looking at the chat, but I'm also gonna be saying my views as well. The thing is, the 72, for all its history, it served between Hammersmith, East Acton and Roehampton. And it's gone over Hammersmith Bridge to Barnes, Castleknock, all down there to Roehampton. Now, at the moment, the 72 is quite useless. It's not great, I'll admit that. Because for years it's only been going as far as Hammersmith Bridge north side. Now, good, I'm glad someone's still there. Now, my suggestion is that the 72s and the 72 and 283 both get rerouted at Hammersmith Bridge north side to then terminate where they originally terminated via the current 533 to then terminate at Castleknock and Castleknock, Barnes and Roehampton. London Transport 211 says, I think the 72 should follow 533's current routing between Chiswick and until Chiswick and Still Road and terminate there. Maybe. I think if my petition at the moment isn't doing the greatest, since it's been stuck on 18 supporters for a long time, and I need people to sign it. Now, the thing is, the 72, forget about a new bus route called the X72 or whatnot. The 72 and the 283 should just do everything. So they would go down Bridge Avenue, where the 72 used to go down Bridge Avenue, to then terminate at the Hammersmith Bridge Northside bus stop. Now, obviously, it wasn't the actual Northside bus stop since that's shut, but it was basically a temporary bus stop by it was a temporary bus stop actually on Hammersmith Bridge Road, but it was by the old Northside bus stop, just after Bridge Avenue. Now, my suggestion is that the 283 and 72s come down Bridgeview, however you say it. There's a new bus stop there, and then there's a new bus, and then that additional bus stop. That additional bus stop called the Hammersmith Bridge Northside bus stop, because at the moment the Hammersmith Bridge Northside bus stop has fully been removed and it's just called Hammersmith Bridge Road. The Hammersmith Bridge Northside bus stop, which is on the actual bridge, that gets moved to just down where that newsagent shop is, and it gets relocated there. Then when the route served there, they would just go and follow the current 533 to Castleknock to then either terminate at Barnes and Roehampton. Now, the Hammersmith Bridge Southside bus stop is Lonsdale Road. That's the Hammersmith Bridge Southside bus stop. I mean, it's either that they rename the Lonsdale Road bus stop Hammersmith Bridge Southside, but Hammersmith Bridge Southside is Castleknock, and that is Lonsdale Road. Now, the reason why I'm saying they should go down the 72 and 283 should go down Bridge Avenue to then go to the Hammersmith Bridge Northside bus stop is because towards East Acton they wouldn't be able to serve the Northside bus stop. True. I mean, the thing is, because at one point, in the late 1900s, like probably 1990 sometime, there was actually a closure where, with Hammersmith Bridge, where the 72 actually did what the N72 does, and it actually went down via Putney Bridge. Now, even though that would be weird, as a short-/long-term replacement, because the bridge is shut, that would actually be good, because I was on the 533 just yesterday, and going down Chiswick Bridge down there, that was awful. It was absolutely awful. There was barely any, there was a lot of traffic. And I think, now I'm not going to update what I said for the changes with the 283 and 72 both going down Chiswick Bridge. I'm not going to change that just because there's no point. Because, I just want to see what TfL do if they were to update the routes. But that would be ideally. But then Putney Bridge is kind of in it. But then again, Fulham Palace Road, that's going to be packed. So, both ways, it would be packed. Don't even get me started with the 914. There's 700 bus routes in London. The 914 to Hammersmith, Brook Green, and Roehampton, Bessborough Road. Oh, no. A 914 wouldn't do it. A 72 would, in my opinion. But I don't know. But then again, I think the 283 should get rerouted back to Barnes. That's just my opinion. But you know, people fail to understand that the 72's history was it going to Roehampton, you know, and the 72 now is not a good route. It's not the best route, you know. It's just not great. That there's no doubt about it, you know. But the thing is, that's why I'm doing a petition. And even though it's not doing great, I'm still here. I'm putting my views to YouTube. I'm putting my views to the I'm putting my views to the people, but you know, T33. I'm pretty sure there used to be a T33. I'm pretty sure it went Richmond. I'm not sure. But then London Transport 211. You think when the bridge opens up, it should be bus only. I think that as well. The problem is the bridge wouldn't be the same if the 72. If TfL go on their word and they withdraw the 72, you know, it wouldn't be good because I don't know. Because partly the reason why there's a 72 in the first place. No, not F30, not F33. No, not that, please. No, T33 was fine. What? Are you on NWL Northwest London Transport? Are you on the side of withdrawing the 72 or are you on the side of keeping it? Because the thing is, the 72 by now, if TfL want to keep it, even though they want to withdraw it, what they should do is they should withdraw. They should either withdraw the route. They should either withdraw most of the route between the East Acton kind of side, and then reroute it between Hammersmith and Roehampton to make the route Hammersmith to Roehampton, or they should keep the whole route, then withdraw it between the Hammersmith Bridge and. I mean, the 283 goes via the White City Estate. That's actually quite unique. But then again, you know, something needs to happen. It's either, here's the thing, it's either the 533 gets it and the 533 gets withdrawn, or the 72 gets rerouted and the 533 getting withdrawn, that will be the 72 getting rerouted. Or it's either the 72 gets withdrawn fully. I don't think it would work out if the 72 was to get withdrawn fully because most of the route is going to Roehampton. Well, used to be going to Roehampton. You know, now it's cut back to the bridge and you know, it's not the best because there's not really a bus route that takes you over the bridge. I mean, there is the 533, but you know, it's only to Castleknock and then a bit of Barnes and then back to Hammersmith. Whereas the 72 was a good bus route serving Barnes and Roehampton. See, if they couldn't do anything with the 283, then they can do something. They can do something with the 72. If they can't do something with the 283, they can do something with the 72. I'm just saying that because it's either the 283 gets rerouted to Barnes, or the 72 gets rerouted to Barnes or Roehampton. Because I don't know what to really think. I hope TFL figure this out and they just do it, and they just think, I'll tell you why you should stop. I'm not trying to be rude here, but just making random numbers with the 33, I just don't like it. I think the T33 was good, but yeah, that's why. I'm honestly, I don't know what to think, because it's either TFL do something now and they don't withdraw the 72 and they keep it, and they somewhat get it to okay, they either keep the 72 and it goes to Roehampton either doing the full length or getting cut back to Shepherd's Bush or Hammersmith. I mean, TFL, when on the very, very, very first Twitter on the 11th of April 2019, when they had to when they had to introduce those emergency changes on the 11th of April, they actually withdrew the 72 between East Acton and Shepherd's Bush during the day, then extended it to East Acton back at night, and then it went to Roehampton. Now the problem is people weren't happy with that, so it's either TFL do something and they somewhat keep the 72, but they reroute it to somewhere else. But I wouldn't say reroute it to Tolworth or Esher. I would say keep it to a limit to Roehampton or Barnes. Either way, if it terminated at Barnes, it would be a good route. If it terminated at Roehampton, it would be a good route. But, keep the 72. Just keep it. Because people, even though they're not happy with what the current status of Hammersmith Bridge is, I think the 72, keeping it and getting it rerouted to Roehampton and Barnes would actually work. And if it's not for the 72, it's for the 283, and that's why I'm saying just do both routes, reroute it, both routes to Roehampton or Barnes, But yeah, I've done all I can. I've done a petition that's at the moment not doing great because it's been stuck on 18 people for a while. The views are going up, the shares are going up a bit, but the 283 to Mortlake would be a good bus, would be a good service. But then again, I want to keep it. I want to keep it as simple as possible. You see, the 283 went to Hammersmith Bridge, went to Castlemaine, went to Barnes via Hammersmith Bridge, literally in a straight line. A 72 went to Roehampton in a straight line, went to Barnes in a straight line. Now, that isn't a viable option, but if you keep the 72 and the 283 and you withdraw, and you either withdraw some of the route or you keep the whole route, but then also reroute the route so it's more or less the normal route C. The 283 to Mortlake would actually be a good change. The thing is, would it serve Castleknock and then go to Mortlake, or would it terminate at Mortlake first and no longer serve Castleknock? You know, somewhere something needs to happen, because this Hammersmith Bridge fiasco has caused quite a bit, and it hasn't been great. But yeah, I've said all I have to say, and that petition isn't going to do well. I'm just saying that. But with the help of you, people live streaming this, sharing this live stream, or doing whatever, I've emailed TfL hundreds of times and they've gotten back to me. They've gotten back to me and they say it's a good change. Well, it's not good, but they say we'll try to listen to your views. But they say that, and then they it's hard. When the bridge is shut, like now, it would go to Castleknock. But then when it opens, it would go to Mortlake via Castleknock. But then the thing is, it would be better off with the 283 just going to Barnes. Terminating at Barnes Wetlands and to Barnes Pond. That was actually a good run. That was a good run. I think Mortlake, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, it's just hard. It's hard. But that being said, just share, like, comment everything. I will keep on doing these live streams if I can, and I will try to make them earlier so that, it's just easier. But yeah, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Save the 72. This is it. This is all we can do. The only thing we can do, save the 72. That is the key. Alter some of the Hammersmith Bridge routes. 209 back to Hammersmith, perfect. 419 back to Hammersmith, perfect. But the 72, if those two routes can't happen, 72 to 83, get rerouted to Barnes. It's this is it. We've got less than a month. We've got like 2 weeks till the consultation closes. And, TfL are making the decisions now. This is it. We can't do anything else. I'm sorry that I'm bragging on about it, but, it's true. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.